Wanted to make you a quick video about RVM and what it is and how we can get creative on generating motivated seller leads, because this is one of our lowest cost lead generation platforms is RVM. So just the whole process in RVM and the way it works is really pretty simple. Well, it's actually pretty complex, but I'll break it down to you so hopefully it seems pretty simple. So first of all, RVM, what is it? RVM is ringless voicemail. On a cell phone, it would ring your phone, you would see a missed call, and it would leave you a message. Then you play the message and you say, hey, the phone didn't even ring. That's weird. You would call them back or whatever. So it drops the voicemail. Now, there's two different ones that do that. Now, we have another account that's called Sly Broadcast. So Sly Broadcast, it basically does the RVMs. This is for all mobile phones, cell phones. This is what it does. This is the specialty that it specializes in, is mobile phone, and you'll hit up lists. We pull lists of, our lists are broad. We hit everybody. So we hit every single phone number in a region. We'll go into a region and we have the capability to pull every single phone number. Let's say we can go into your house or a house that we're selling. We can pull every phone number within, we could just block out the neighborhood if we want to. So just so you understand the capability, you understand what it can do. There's two different styles of RVMs now: slide broadcasts, mobile phones, ringless voicemail, true ringless voicemail. The other kind of RVM, which is really more of like a dialer, like a robo dialer style broadcast. It's voice broadcast. So basically what this does, it's known as voice broadcast, and the reason why is because, so we can take, let's say I have a list of 1,000 numbers. 1,000 numbers, I'll pump it into slide broadcast, and slide broadcast, it says, hey, we dropped 200 voicemails to all the mobile phones. It only, here's your other 800. It didn't drop those. So we'll take the same list. I'll load up that list here to hit up the mobile phones. It'll hit the 200, and then it'll load up the other. It'll load up the same list. I don't have to, change anything. And I can tell this list to ignore the mobile data, and then it's going to ring the landlines. When the landlines ring, when somebody picks up, it plays a message, and it says, "Hey, this is Mike. Just calling, calling to see if you're interested, even remotely interested in selling the property. I have a buyer that's ready to rent. You really don't want to." So again, we got to get real familiar with our marketing guidelines. It's important that we know what we can and cannot say. So technically, with the do not call marketing regulations, you're not allowed to offer a service. What you can do though is you can offer to buy someone's house legally. So you really can't. You can offer to buy somebody's house, and you don't have to abide by the do not call regulation. Which is pretty cool. So, it's always, you're a fine line. What can you do? What can't you do? It's sort of a gray area. There's not the FTC regulations. I'm very up to date with FTC and what's going on and who's getting sued for what. There's major companies getting sued for RVMs, and there's major companies that have gotten sued for text blasting and these different kind of things. I forget, I think Bloomingdale's or some major company just got blasted for text blasting their list of consumers that they had auto-enrolled, and they just kept putting them up with deal after deal, and I guess it's a class action lawsuit. So anyway, it's important that you understand what you can and cannot do. I will upload a separate, actually that's a good idea, I'll show you the FTC. I've got an attorney, an FTC attorney, going over the business and how it is legitimate, what we can and cannot do. So you can listen to that, and that's words rather than an attorney's mouth. But just wanted to show you the difference between this slide broadcast. So like I said, you take that same list of 1,000, you would throw it up into message communication, and it would dial those 800 people that are not on the mobile broadcast, the mobile phone list. And when they pick up the phone, it plays a message. Hey, it's Mike. If you're looking to sell your property, give me a call. Or I'm sorry, if you are interested in selling your property, we can pay cash, goes quickly, make it easy. You can leave everything behind, and you choose your closing date, whatever. Press 1 to be connected to a voicemail direct, or press 2 to be transferred to be taken off the list. It's pretty much that simple. So you press 1 for a prompt, and you press 2 to be taken off the list. Now that when you do press the buttons on here, none of that stuff's coming into Podio. I have that stuff all taken out because if it were to come into Podio, Podio would get way jammed up. I mean, I'm not really sending stuff out too often, but when I do send out, this was a different voicemail that I sent out. You see the same amount of people were dropped voicemails, but it's a different result because of a different style message. So we can play around with that. You can think about the different messages that we can do. And this is just basically a catch-all for the RVMs. That's what this account is. So when the people come in, I have another VA that comes in here, and they listen to the messages, and they say, okay, they determine whether it's a lead or not. Listen.
My name is Darlene, and I live at 1038 East Business Street, and you evidently looked at my property and said you had money to buy it. I'm a little confused because my property is not for sale, but give me a call back. 215-806-0869.
So this was improperly identified as a lead. This guy says the lead. That is definitely not a lead. She is definitely not selling. She just said it. But maybe we call her back and say, hey, hey, my bad. We weren't sure if it was for sale or not. Whatever. The message I have for here, I can let you listen to it, but it's really just like a confusing message. Like, hey, listen, I don't know where the heck I am, but I'm looking at this property. If it's for sale, call me back. If it's not, my bad. Just look up your number in Google. And then there's another message that we need that it's kind of a little more clear on our motives. Like, hey, if you're looking to sell for cash, close quickly, give us a call back, and we'll be able to help you out. So that's RVMs. That's hopefully give you a better idea of how that works and what it is and how we are using it currently. I want to get I'm going to get our guy Elmer in the system, so he's doing these consistently, so you can set them up on a consistent basis, so that we're sending out at least 5,000 per week. I want to send out at least 1,000 per day RVMs, which is going to turn into us for it's going to turn to us a couple of leads every single week of people who are interested in selling. So that's RVM. That is how it works. The difference between the two platforms. I hope you have a little bit more understanding, and that's it.